Broadcasting from the Woodpecker Studio in the Live Free or Die state of New Hampshire. Welcome to the Sounds Like a Search and Rescue podcast, where we discuss all things related to hiking and search and rescue in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, occasionally including the counties of Belknap, something like that, and Coos, wait, or is it Coos County? Whatever. Here are your hosts, Dave and Stomp.
Hello. Check. Hey. I think you're good too.
Taco Tuesday. Get them other good.
On Sunday.
Shit your pants Wednesday.
Oh boy. So, if you haven't guessed by now, this is Stomp, and I'm with the one and only, the notorious DAVE.
Well, that name by itself is not, unusual, I guess. A lot of people name their children Dave, but, the shits in the woods part, I guess, is kind of unique. I'm sure there might be one in the world somewhere.
How's that mic position for you? Is that working, or are you straining?
I'm good, but I'm guessing maybe not good. I don't know.
Well, you look. Well, I like your posture.
I was very.
I want you to be
proper.
relaxed. Think about going to the therapist.
You don't have
on
that
the
kind
couch.
of time.
You're on the couch.
Yeah, you don't. You won't sleep for weeks. You could not. You can't handle my brain.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true. I've had enough of it on trail.
It's dark and shallow.
I've seen enough to give me
that's
concern.
True. You've seen fringes of it.
Yeah. So we're what are we doing? We're filling in for these two slackers.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard there was a free lunch, so I showed up. I have no idea.
Slack.
You pulled up in a white van, free kittens, and here we are.
Yeah, so what is it? Nick has Bambino number 2 coming.
Yep.
And Mike is just traveling the world as usual.
He's from India to Hawaii, right?
Oh my God. Yeah, talk about jet lag. How do you
Almost,
even
right?
Did he come home and then go?
I have no idea.
Let me think about that for a minute. Yeah, he did actually, because we did the emergency broadcast for Ryan Vizina. So yeah, so we traveled to India.
I hope his iPhone is the correct time.
I think his jet lag must be still kicking in, because last night, now he's in Hawaii. Last night I woke up at 1 a.m. for some reason, and he was responding to my texts.
Oh wow.
In Hawaii
time.
Yeah, Hawaii time. So you go from
it's
India.
The Brady curse. He's got the Brady Bunch curse.
He must be all kinds of constipated.
He's got the tiki, and he's surfing, and he's doing all the luau. He's living it. We talked about that last time. We were on once, or the Brady Bunch. It's a recurring theme with us.
Yeah. That's right.
No, he's living the dream. You go from India to Hawaii, and I'm not criticizing it. I've never been, but I got to imagine that's kind of a breath of fresh air.
From India.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've seen in the media, yeah, probably. A little crowded?
Yeah, population-wise and,
little crowded.
Yeah. A little less green.
Yeah, for sure.
So
depending on the
good
area,
for him, though. That sounds like a good trip. He's already posting some of his, I saw something with a rope. He's climbing something.
Volcano?
An Oahu or something. I don't know.
Is he climbing into a volcano?
I don't know if he's throwing anybody in or what his plan is, but
he was sending pictures of boogie boarders and surfers, and Nick and I have surfed before, so or at least I was like, Mike, you got to rent a board and try it. You got to try surfing. And they weren't like just these gigantic waves. They were pretty modest for wherever he was, so like 6 footers or whatever. So hopefully he'll give it a shot. And
I hope there's video.
Yeah, it is really nothing like catching a wave. It's pretty awesome.
You've never tried it? We're on the couch now, so one of my biggest fears is the ocean.
Okay.
The unknown. Just it's so big and kills people, and sharks and riptides and just. So I'll go in, but I'm I'll kayak a little bit and go out. a couple of drinks, I'll pretty much do anything. But there's that line. I just get freaked out like when I'm in the water and I can't see around me. It's like, I don't know why. It just freaks me out. So
yeah, it's pretty neat. I mean, you're waiting for a set to come in and you turn your board around facing inshore, and then you just got to pick your wave, and you can't really see how close the wave's getting, and you start paddling with your arms just to get it. And then all of a sudden, if you time it right and it doesn't crest early or whatever, when it grabs you, there's nothing else that I can describe to capture the force or the power of that wave grabbing your board and just pushing you. It's like a big shove.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. And it's something I've only experienced surfing. You know what I mean?
Did the body surfing, I guess, when you're 18. I guess that's what you call it when you don't have any money and you just, you can fill the tank, grab a pack of cigarettes or whatever you did at the time. You went to the beach, got sunburnt to hell, and like laid down and went as fast as you could into the sand face first. But
yeah, it's good stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so we're filling in.
Yeah, because we don't have anything going on. Apparently, we just.
I didn't make a script. I figured we'd just chat about whatever.
Current events. Like Entertainment Tonight.
I guess, how about stuff that we didn't... Did you get a chance to listen to that, Ryan Vizina?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay, cool. So is there anything we missed? Like, let's not cover old ground, but like, for instance, I wanted to talk about pack rash. Did you see the pictures of his pack rash?
It sounds like I didn't. No, thank God.
Dude, he posted a picture of it, and it was pretty significant. Like the entire left lower lumbar, like maybe 2 or 3 inches diameter.
Hiking herpes. It's the worst. Like,
that's an interesting topic. I mean, I've tried duct tape once or twice. Are there any other products out there that are actually marketed for pack rash as preventative?
Other than gels, and nobody markets it that way. Everything is all friction related. And it's a lot of oils, I would say, a lot of Gold Bond type stuff. I've seen people on trail through hikers that I've run into that kind of go the way of like bass guitarists. They have the big fur on the straps, and they're out there comfortable.
Well, can't you do moleskin? You can do that,
similar, right? And moleskin's probably similar to the fur now, I guess you call it, and that's more modern. But it was something cool about it. They come over the top like a 70s bassist, like with this gigantic fur. They look like a Viking or something, but I don't know that anything is foolproof because once you sweat and things move, that's, inevitable. One thing you guys didn't get into, and I don't know that he got into, I would love to know what his nutrition was. Like, what was he doing for calories? And what was he doing for electrolytes and like hydrating and all that? And
I want to say I picked up somewhere that he's a vegetarian. Am I wrong about that?
I didn't see that. And that's why I asked.
Just making that up completely, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Which adds another layer to it. Was he eating like power bars? Like I was trying to figure out where he was fueling himself from.
Yeah. I don't even know what he had for a pack. I mean, how big was his pack? Like 30 liter?
It was borrowed too, right? Because he was wearing a vest, I thought, in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then he had a pack, and then he had different clothes, but he seemed to be borrowing as he went. Like he was picking different things up. There's a million questions. A million.
Yeah, totally.
And it's like,
I don't know. I mean, after the fact, he has responded to our pod on that and actually offered at some point to come in and chat and fill in the gap. So I think that's pretty neat.
I think that would be, I think a lot of people have a lot of different questions.
Yeah. I mean,
in the hiking community, because it's physically impressive what he did. No question.
Yeah.
And people can talk what they want to talk. If it bothers you, you go do it.
Mm-hmm.
You go knock it out in 9 days, then you can talk all the shit you want. In my opinion, that's the way I look at it. It's like what he did is impressive. He was a little ambitious. There was a lot of, from a search and rescue side of things, you covered very well, I think, because there was a lot of risk that was put on people that maybe shouldn't have been put on. But, that's looking back, and maybe he sees things differently now. And hopefully, if you do get a chance to talk to him, he'll open up about that, or maybe he'll tell you to screw. I don't know. I mean, you're going to find out, I guess. But it would be an amazing interview.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm going to write down my questions on a sticky note for you because there's certain things I do want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, the pack rash was my big one. I mean, we just worked off of speculation for that interview pretty much. There wasn't too much you could do other than, make some commentary on his live chats, but he held it pretty tight to his chest.
Very. He's guessing the trails all the time too. It's like, well, how's he going up? Where's he going next? How's he getting, and like, if he's doing that, then that. The logistics to me was kind of all over the place. But again, we look at it from a perspective of somebody who's watching an entertainer hike, as hikers. Whereas he's looking at it as like, he's an entertainer who's hiking.
Yeah, I wonder how much food he was putting down during the days. I mean,
to do that kind of mileage and recover that quick, I don't know many people that can do that.
Hydration-wise in particular.
Exactly. He didn't have many cold days. It was warm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an anomaly, though. It's like I can do a long day and barely eat, but it's the hydration. If I don't keep up with that, then I'm really, really suffering, and it's hard to keep up with that. I'm the type of person that will be draggy for 2 days after a long hike just because my body's just whatever. It's just processes slow, and really I sweat a lot. But that's a really good question about the food intake. I don't know. Maybe he'll start posting some postscript thoughts and information at some point.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to get more information on that. And
yeah. Now you're planning a big trip, right? Is this news? Is this sort of?
It's still not really news. No.
Okay, all right.
Never mind. We're planning some stuff in the future. And
never mind.
Soon.
Okay.
We're lining up ducks to get some things. Yeah. Edit. Okay. Edit.
All right.
And
that's
cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're working on some stuff, and once everything's official.
How many calories you put down a day for, like today, for instance, Grand Traverse?
It's funny today. It's like, it's always that delay. The first day you probably eat a couple thousand calories or something. And then the next day you eat like maybe a couple hundred more. By the fourth day, you're like 4,000 or 5,000 calories. Winter's a different animal too, because in winter it's like, I think I eat constantly when I'm like, I have a sandwich in every hand as I'm walking.
All three hands.
All of them. Even like one of those like feed bags. just keep going. I never really counted it, but it's got to be, obviously, I'd say 3,000-4,000 at least
a day
on a hike day. Plus, what I do for work is I'm pretty active anyway, so I probably eat over 2 to 3 every day when I'm physically active, because I'm always moving.
Yeah.
The problem is when I'm not, I still eat that way, which
I just can't comprehend that. It's like, I do the intermittent fasting thing.
Yep.
Not for weight loss or anything like that, but just, it works for my system. I'm just more regular. I have more energy, more consistent. So basically, take it for what it's worth, but the 2,000 calorie a day suggestion, I sort of meet that in the afternoon, just with one moderate to large size meal. But I apply that when I hike too. So I don't feel the need personally to up my calories when I'm hiking, and I do pretty fine with that. So
it's a metabolism thing, and it's a demand thing. It's a muscle thing.
Yeah, who knows?
Your body will tell you.
Yeah, maybe my thyroid is shriveled up.
Maybe that's
maybe it's all the radiation as a kid.
Where did you grow up near power lines? Or was it like
no? I had this
Chernobyl.
My first job was spot man. It was a dry cleaner, and it was in Salem, Massachusetts, which is the Diamond District.
Did you put the spots on or take them off?
No, the dude would have me. I think this is my first job, so I was like, 16, 17, maybe a little younger. He would have me clean the shit liquid that those big dryers, dry cleaning machines create, which was like this goopy, nasty chemical shit. And I still wonder to this day if I was exposed to anything weird. God, yeah, you know what I mean?
My calorie intake's going to drop now because that's nasty.
Even back doing it, I used to open up the doorway to the machine and take a huge breath like before I opened the door just to prepare for it and try to hold my breath. It was so...
Is it just like all the humidity of all the like dry thing that went through that collected and like
all the shit that comes out of clothing, dirt, oil, cat hair, whatever.
Oh my God.
Would just congeal into this black, oozy, oily liquid in the back of those machines.
That's nasty.
Yeah. And I did that for like a couple of years.
Yeah, that explains a lot. A lot.
It's so messed up.
But I wonder if that stuff works great for friction. If it reduces hiker rash, like hack rash. I mean, you might have found the cure for hiker herpes.
It certainly works for
someone has
appetite.
To try it.
Yeah, that explains my lack of need for food on trail. But anyway,
my first job. Well, I worked with my dad framing houses. I was a laborer when I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah,
I guess that's illegal, but I did volunteer. I wasn't forced to do it, but then when I needed money to like prom and that and license and car, I got the job at Arby's. You know,
yeah,
the old roast beef. That was a good time.
A drive-through?
No, it was actually at the mall.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good
mall?
time. It was the Pheasant Lane Mall.
Oh, Pheasant Lane. Okay, I just saw like a reel of Liberty Tree Mall that I reposted, and it's a ghost town. It's so weird. I guess the explanation somebody gave me. I don't want to cut off your story here, but
it was a pretty boring story anyway. It wasn't
I was riveted.
People they want to know the roast beef legacy, where it all began. Like, tell us more.
Labor. I mean, come on, this is getting good. But anyway, yeah, people can access Liberty Tree Mall from outside, so they don't have to go into the concourse and walk around anymore. So the inside of it's like this weird ghost town, but there are still plenty of businesses that are operating. Anyway,
it's bizarre.
It's really weird.
I think the Nashua Mall used to be kind of like that, where it's like the fountains, if I remember right. You went in one side and we'd go to Baskin Robbins, get our shoes and get out of there. The other end was like Child World or something like that. And actually the Pheasant Lane Mall now has a casino.
Mm-hmm.
We used to, Mrs. Schitz and I went in there and checked it out and dropped like too much money in 20 minutes. Like, what are we doing?
Uh-huh.
You know, and that's kind of neat. They did a nice job. It's a nice little casino in a small area, but you know, they still take your money.
Interesting. Yeah, The days of the mall are over.
Yeah, I think so.
It's so weird.
You know, my kid, he's 20. He'll still go to the mall. Well, soon to be 20. So, but he'll go to the mall and I don't know what they do. Just stupid guy stuff, I guess. But I don't know. But
yeah, no maybe arcades either.
No,
I mean that was fun. That was a good motivator to go to the mall.
Always.
Yeah.
Now you got to go like find throwbacks for arcades. They have one in Portland, Maine's got a nice one. It's 21 plus.
Yes, Fun Spot right here in Laconia. Yep. That's pretty epic.
One in Thornton too, isn't there? Or?
Oh, come on. That's all right. Now you're touching upon money laundering.
Oh.
The concept of money laundering. This is the theory that Mrs. Stomp and I have. There are several small...
I am not involved in this theory, just to be very clear. I'm a hardworking Arby's man.
I mean, there are just several businesses in the Campton, Thornton area that you never see cars, you never see them open, you never see people, you never see any activity whatsoever. And you just have to wonder, like... is this some shady operation? But it goes back to the arcade. There's actually a vintage arcade in Campton on 175. Who's going to this thing? It's like, what the hell? For a while, there was a...
So have you've never been in it?
I've never been in it. No, I'm dying to go in just to explore it. Another example would be, I think it's gone now, but there was a VHS video store that you could rent movies up until like a year ago.
That's bizarre.
It's so weird. So I wonder if there's like some of that going around town. You know,
there's one in Conway, I think, that just closed Movie Scene or something. Is that
probably
same idea? And it was like,
yeah, I remember that place.
Who still has a VCR? And I'm like, do they still have the beaded curtain section back there? Like,
who even has DVDs?
Right?
It's wild.
Who even watches TV anymore? It's all on the computer. What do you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All streaming, everything's streaming, phones.
So anyway, yeah, that's my story.
My old man ran. What are we doing today? When I was your age, we had to wait for programming. It was Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom on Sundays.
Crazy.
In the Disney movie.
So somehow that connected to arcades. So yeah, money laundering, arcades.
Makes sense.
Underage labor, all of it connects. It's all just one big story.
Yep. Circle of life.
Yeah. I actually just dug up an update. I think we touched upon this. We should probably just talk about maybe the Grand Traverse now, or...
Sure.
Okay, because
whatever works. You could, however, you're in charge.
Yeah, well, no, really. I've got nothing to work on here. I'm just making it up literally as I go. So I got an update as of October 19th, which is today, on the Waterville Valley expansion. And I think this actually is pretty cool that you did the Grand Traverse today. Maybe we can touch upon that. But do you recall us talking about Waterville wanting to expand?
Yeah, they really wanted to, not just
area.
By expand, they wanted to take all that forest out and create ski slopes and a lift to connect the two peaks and restaurants, dining, access from the other side. I mean, as far as what would be done to that area was pretty substantial. Substantial? Yeah, that's the word, substantial.
Yeah, so let's see. So here was the basic thing that they wanted to do. They wanted to have a village to summit lift, 2-stage gondola. I don't know what a chondola? I've never heard of a chondola. Chondola?
Chondola.
10-person cabins or mixed with chairs.
Or mixed with what? So it's either people or chairs?
What is that? Oh, that's my fax machine going off. Okay, so check it out.
Speaking of VCRs... That's a fax. Excuse me.
Well,
let me check my pager. Speaking of money laundering,
my
let
beeper.
me check my beeper. I'll call you back. We'll make the drop at the arcade.
Oh, man. Oh, sorry. So 140 to 333 acres of skiable area in the National Forest System. 15 new trails. So it would be, I didn't know this, but it would be, 333 acres, 377 acres on top of the 3,000 acres that they have already. And here's the kicker that the hiking community sort of balked at. There would be a new 30,000 square foot Green Peak restaurant.
Ugh.
Oh, listen to this. Shame. 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 250 seats, 2 floors, 4-season operation, snowmaking upgrades, event, dining, buildings. That sound worse than what it was originally?
It's insane. I don't even know how you'd fit that all up there.
30,000 square foot building on top of Green Mountain.
Is it even that big?
Green Mountain?
I mean, I know.
No, I mean, it would have to be sprawling around it.
Yeah, it would have multiple, like down a couple 100 feet would be whatever.
Yeah. Yep. So that's the proposal. So it went into public commentary, which closed in June. So June 16th, it closed. Apparently, from what I'm reading here, the Forest Service is reading over the proposal, and there's been no determination on what is going on. But some of the negative commentary, environmental impacts. So basically there's habitat disruption, and I didn't know this either. I thought it was just a bird, but there's a Canadian lynx up there.
Really?
So they would need an exemption for a Canadian lynx.
Like the lynx has to sign off?
You wish.
Good luck tracking them down. They're tough to see.
Yeah. That's the big one. I know that there was some like a pheasant up there or some grouse or something as well, but that was one big concern. Community infrastructure strain, traffic, parking shortages, all that good. They would have to have wastewater upgrades, all this stuff. Who knows?
The infrastructure alone, like would they airlift stuff in? They'd have to cut roads in, because they do have the access roads somewhat near there, but it's really steep and ledgy to get over there. So you'd have to get the concrete poured. You'd have to get the water lines. You'd have to get septic, power lines, just the sheer infrastructure that'll have an impact too.
Yeah, for sure.
And a chondola,
you looked it up,
is a hybrid ski lift that combines a traditional gondola with a chairlift on the same cable system. It offers skiers and snowboarders the choice between enclosed gondola cabins and open air chairs, providing flexibility and convenience for different preferences and weather conditions. There's actually a video, if you want, that explains what a chondola is. So now we know.
Okay. All right.
When you're out trivia night, you can know what a chondola is. It sounds like a slang insult. Like, you're such a chondola.
Chondola. Hey, chondola.
Kicked me right in the chondola.
Oh, so check this out. So other habitats, so it's disrupting other habitats as well. So moose, black bears, migratory birds. How are the moose up there today on the Grand Traverse? Because remember last time we were up there was moose track everywhere.
It was fresh scat, very fresh.
Everywhere.
It was the season. It was moose effing season. So,
yeah.
Everything was dry. I didn't see a lot of new anything.
Yeah.
Deer. A little bit of deer, scat.
A little bit.
And that was about it.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
But it is a haven. I don't know how they would... I mean, it's going to displace... There's obviously I don't know what you call it, community of moose? Is it a community? What is a group of moose called?
Mises.
A gaggle of mooses? I don't know what they're called. Like, convention of moose?
Oh, check it out. Look at this. It goes on here. Clearing 140 to 333 acres for new trails, glades, and the Gondola-Chondola corridor involves, obviously, tree removal and soil disturbance, which could lead to erosion, especially on steep slopes, which you had mentioned, and loss of old growth or ecologically significant vegetation.
There's a lot of moss up there. It is very green.
It's ancient.
It smells like a Yankee Candle when you come around that corner. It smells so good, like the balsam fir.
Oh, check this out. The old carbon footprint. So expansion opponents argue that new lift's snowmaking systems, this gigantic Green Peak restaurant, 30,000 square feet, will increase energy demands, raising the resort's carbon footprint.
What I would love from a financial standpoint, what the break-even return is, because what would be the overall investment in this once they get the permits, once they do the building, the materials,
how much time would have to go by to,
and by the time they would build it, how long before they recoup their money, and is there any state assistance being involved? Without saying too much because of the area, you're already gone far enough with the whole fake, money laundering thing. But there are certain families that have influence in the area.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Are they gonna pull some strings and make this work? And is there going to be some kind of state funding? Is there going to be private funding?
Uh-huh.
Because obviously nobody does anything unless they're making money.
Yep.
Or somebody has naked pictures of you, I guess. But that's what I heard. Speaking of herd, that is what a group of moose is called.
Oh.
A herd.
A herd.
That's so boring. I was very disappointed in that.
Sort of self-explanatory.
Yeah, they are
an
kind
obvious
of
one.
cattle-like, so that was disappointing.
So that's it. That's all I've got for this. So the draft EIS, which is an environmental impact statement, will be out in May 2026. Environmental groups and locals continue to push for robust mitigation, advocating for scaled-down plans, which might be a compromise. Who knows? But I hope the whole thing goes away. Just to be very honest with you.
And I wonder if they went way big so they could get something.
Out of the deal.
To look, yeah. Oh boy. How many people are staring at their radios or phones or whatever they're using right now? Like, what does that mean?
It's going to be huge.
I have no opinion.
Apolitical.
I hate politics and all politicians. I hate money launderers. I hate, all I know is that we are, I don't want to speak on behalf of the podcast, but we are absolutely ready to chain Mike to a tree if needed to prevent this from happening. So when they come for the trees, we will absolutely chain him to a tree and prevent that.
Yeah. Nobby would be a good one too. Actually, we should do several people throughout the whole traverse.
Just spread them out.
Yeah, spread them out.
You can vote.
Cement them. How about we cement them to Green Mountain?
You can buy your tree to chain yourself to. Shit. Instead of buying a coffee,
all right,
you buy a chain tree. It's getting dark now. We'll get some people that'll show up in leather masks. Like, that's not what we meant. It's not that kind of a chain event. Like,
yeah, that's good. Yeah, we'll do a slasher protest.
There you go.
Save Green Mountain.
Keep your green.
I like it.
We'll keep ours. That's a pretty good slogan, right? And then
I do like that.
Little
financial
all the
twist.
cannabis people showing up now, like, I heard we're the green man. Like, no, sorry, that's not what we meant either. You can hang out with the S&M people over there.
Oh, man. Good stuff.
Are you ready for Slasher's Beer Review?
So that was 29 minutes of recording. Can you believe that?
It went by.
Actually, 30 minutes. Yeah, we're just getting warmed up.
That's it.
Any new gear?
I do. I have I bought, I don't even know what you'd officially call it. I don't know what they call it. A rain skirt?
Yeah.
It's Z-Packs. And I'm trying to expand my horizons. Let me just bounce into here. The Z-Packs rain skirt. It's ultralight. Don't know the weight off the top of my head, but it is ridiculously light. It fits in my hip pouch on my overnight pack.
And the rain skirt is what?
Is basically just like it sounds. It is a skirt that's made of the neoprene, the tarp fabric.
Okay.
It's got a zipper in the back and a drawstring in the front. So when it starts raining, you can throw the thing on in minutes. No pant legs, nothing. 10 seconds or less.
Okay. So
Because,
it's literally
as they
a
say,
skirt.
when things get really wet, nobody wants to be playing around with their pants.
Or their skirt.
Exactly. It packs really small, like size of a wallet, if that, and it's ultralight. I'll eventually put a video out modeling this because I know what people want. I'm gonna shave one leg.
So, so it's for warmer weather, though. I would assume.
Yes and no.
It's not
My plan is to
insulated.
use it for both. So when things get hot and humid, to avoid the old swampy town, yeah, it's going to be great for that, a little bit of airflow. But I also think when you get the cold, like, for example, tomorrow and coming up this week, you're going to have those 50 to 40 and then down to 30s off and on rain showers. And I think this is ideal to go over your rain pants and kind of acts like as a buffer to give you a little bit extra. We're going to find out. That's what I haven't tested yet. But I have used it in light rain. I've used it on a light bushwhack. I wouldn't recommend it for tight pines or anything like that. I would think it would eventually
rip
poke
it apart.
holes. They say it's tear-proof, but sure.
Huh.
But this morning I went out. It was cold this morning. I had a pair of shorts on. I went about, maybe a mile to the Welsh Dickey parking lot. I was cold, so I just took it out, threw it on, warmed right up. And it's super convenient. And the beauty is, I'm a whopping 5'6". So if I want, I can make it a prom dress, or I can hike that thing right up and have myself a nice mini skirt and, get some attention as I go. Which is super flexible too. It's got a zipper in the back too, so you can high step.
Such an uncomfortable conversation.
It really, well, let's
I
get
don't
more
know where to
uncomfortable.
take this.
'Cause think about it. Taking nature's call, right? Because that's what I do best. So how's that going to work? Well, I would say that if you're a woman who's always worn a dress or a skirt and you're used to it, nothing's different. Now, for a man
guy
who's always worn a dress or a skirt, then nothing's different. It's still going to be the same. But if you haven't, then it's really not bad. It's a little bit more work to, I don't know how you say it, to lift up the easy up, to drop the goods. If you're going number 2, you're going to have to get creative because I'm just not used to that. I'm used to that, but I'm not used to wearing a dress when I do that yet. So I don't know where this is going, but we're going to get there. Now, as far as a number 1, it's actually perfect because you can actually lift it up and go, or you could do what I call the sneaky elephant and go over the top and hang it out that way. But
Gotcha.
And if you make a mistake, it's perfect because it is waterproof. So you can kind of get it on yourself. But for what it is, the price point is a little bit high. I want to say it's in the $70 to $80 range.
Really? Wow.
And for what you get, you look at it and you think this is ridiculous. But it's one of those things, how many times when it starts to rain do you stop and put rain pants on?
I don't hike in the rain, so I don't know.
All right. Well, all right. For the hikers out there that actually go out that aren't fair weather.
Yeah.
Most people, I know myself, you wait and then you're like, it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the climate. I mean, if it's warmish, I suck it up.
And this just gives you that extra like layer of like, it keeps you dry.
Mm-hmm.
And it does a really good job of that so far from what I've tested. Tomorrow's going to be a great test.
No kidding.
It's supposed to be very heavy rain. So, but so far so good. It's something to check out. It's a little bit, you know, I guess if you're an older person, it's a little shocking to have to wear something that, you know, isn't like typical.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely get looks when you go by, but you're warm. So who cares? It's like anything else, you know?
Yeah, but it doesn't breathe.
Well, it does because under the bottom, you know, it has the zipper in the back too. So if you can raise that, what do they call that? The hemline or the split? I don't know what it's called. I'm just not a dress guy. But,
all right, so yeah,
hemline, but you can zip. It has a zipper, so you can actually like unzip the back and open it up even more in the back.
Tomorrow's going to be 60 and 1 1/3 inches of rain.
Okay, so
it changes constantly though.
You're right.
And then Wednesday, sort of 1/2 inch, I guess.
So it starts a little chilly tomorrow, though, in the 40s, I think, right? With the rain.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect time to maybe start out with just that and a pair of pants or rain pants, and then I'll eventually maybe just lose the rain pants and try it if it's 60. So I'll give you more details on that. But overall, I find it super convenient to just think of it like a poncho for your legs, where it's, you know, you throw it on and you're dry, and then you take it off when it stops raining. But you don't have to stop so much. You can do it almost on the fly.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like I said, I'll eventually put a video together and so people can see what we're talking about.
Make sure you tag us.
That's it.
Have you tried this yet? I mean, you and I played around with Caltopo, and you had your apps running last time we did Grand Traverse and Hazleton. Have you played around with this app at all? Or
I
no?
have not played around with it. I did check it out because one of the bushwhacks I looked at recently, someone had a track on Caltopo.
Yeah.
It was pretty neat to go around that. It's a lot more detailed.
Yeah, I'm really deep diving into this now. We're probably late to the game. It's been out there for a while now. I was using my 500 highest on Caltopo, just as, you know, for information and whatever else. But having had it in my phone, I have the free app, which I've been using for several months now. It's actually really phenomenal. It's really great. It works just like a Garmin, essentially. If you had a handheld Garmin GPS, you can mark your waypoints, track back, everything. It has all the layers. It has, let's see, for layers, you have Forest Service, hybrid, scan topographicals, global imagery, relief shading. So shaded relief, do you remember those LiDAR pictures we got for Hazleton?
Yep.
It's just like that.
Those are really, you did send me a couple of those for waypoints, and it was actually really impressive.
It's really neat because it shows you those old forest roads or logging roads that may not be clearly visible, but with the this layering, it's incredible. It shows right up. So I'm really happy with it.
And it's very hypersensitive topography too, right? So you can see the little, you know, it's not 100 feet. You can really go much more than that, right?
Right. Yeah, you can go down to 10.
Which is helps at times when you're
phenomenal.
Like, what the hell is this?
Absolutely. So I was just curious if you had any
I haven't played around with it other than like what I've seen of it. I've liked. I haven't planned with it. Like I said, I usually use Wilderlist to kind of scout. Then I go into whatever format people have out there if I can find more information. I still use my Garmin, but it's glitchy at times. Today I was able to couple my Garmin with Far Out. I couple it with the InReach. So I'm talking about the Garmin on the phone, the Garmin app with the InReach.
Oh, gotcha.
So
okay.
Couples, and that works usually pretty good. My handheld Garmin's, the old school hard case, it's still good. It's more accurate than most.
I'm handing Dave my phone to take a look at that. Look at that shaded relief. Isn't that beautiful?
That is something.
Oh, yeah. So I added all trails and
I wish you guys could see this right now. That is some nice shading.
Yeah, it's just a grayscale, but it shows you the slopes, and you can add in the trails, the roads. That's what I've been using pretty much exclusively now.
Because I know, like, Liz uses Gaia a lot when we bushwhack, and the shading's different colors, which is helpful. Black to red is like the steeps. But to see that seems like really intimidating and in depth.
Absolutely gorgeous, though. I just have a hard time looking at the green map with the lines. Sometimes I can't visually tell if the height is coming at me or if it's recessing. Yeah. This is amazing. You can tell what the mountains are.
For people listening too, I guess the way I would describe it is if you've ever watched in the military when they have the little bomb and they go over the ground and then the numbers count down and it hits the ground like that black and white.
Yeah.
It's on that YouTube. Kind of detail where it's like, you could see a freckle on a frog's ass.
100%.
It's really detailed. And that's what I like about that is you can see like, wow, that's not good. That's death. Don't go that way.
Yeah, right.
As opposed to like, well, those lines are close, but we've done closer. And then you're like, whoa. Yeah. It is impressive.
Pretty neat.
Because Garmin's limited. You can do some stuff with Garmin. It does have the shading in that, but it is just lines. You're figuring it out as you go.
Yeah. It's awesome. But the only negative is it's your phone. So, I mean, I haven't purchased a brick yet, but I'm going to get a battery backup just in case, because I think we'll be using this a lot more often, especially for SAR. The whole community is going towards this now.
Is that satellite driven or is that cell?
Well, that's the killer. You even on airplane mode, you work GPS, so it tracks you and it records everything into your phone. So it's recording your track in the phone, and when you do have service, it will just repopulate it and catch up everything. So it's great. Yeah,
that is good.
It's GPS driven. Huge. Yeah, and you can keep it on airplane, so you save your battery somewhat.
Does it have any ability to network communicate? Like, could you communicate with the team through that? Like, I know with the Garmin has chat functions through the InReach.
I don't believe it has direct communication necessarily, but you can create a QR code for your trip or your quote-unquote mission if it's in search and rescue. You can share that code if you have service with whoever. So if you and I and like Mike and Nick went on a trip, we could have a QR code that taps us in, and once you tap into that file, all four of us could see each other all the time if there's service.
That's kind of cool.
It's really neat. So if you guys are out in the deep Pemi, but again, there's no service, you would have, your location for sure. If there was a sketch of service here and there, you'd be able to see where everybody else was.
So the tracking would still be GPS driven, but the ability to track everybody else would have to be cell driven.
Right.
Or network.
So it would become a little patchy at times, I would think. But if you have service, then you're looking at everybody.
But I wonder if you could sometimes you can capture your location through the satellite and send it through the satellite. Like today I was using it so you knew where I was.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to coordinate landing, which
I couldn't access.
Right. which works great until you can't actually get the messages through because the cell's limited anyhow. Yeah, so it's only as good as the technology lets it be. But
Tripoli Road dead zone.
But yet it has that ability, like Mrs. Shits will stay at home and follow, like every hour it'll ping her. I can set it to 15 minutes or like 4 hours. But like when I do longer trips out to remote places, she gets a general idea of where I am and where I stop if I can't. And then I can text at the end of the night to say, yeah, I'm not dead and this is where I'm crashing. But it's all through satellite.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was wondering how that would work, but you're right. It is individual. It's not like you can't do like a group. Like at Disney, you couldn't all be like, oh, they're over at Space Mountain. I can see them all on my phone.
Well, yeah, if you had service.
If you had cell, you could.
100%. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Naked hikers. Have you seen any naked hikers this summer?
Question is, have they seen me? But
there's a big 18 naked hiking day.
Yeah, it was June.
Yeah, it was quite a while ago.
Yeah, which I think coincided with the longest day this year.
Oh, isn't that pleasant?
Yep. Yeah, so
get all the purple people out there and all these naked people.
Still wearing my shirt, raising money.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Get more attention.
That's such a weird combo.
49 now.
Oh man.
See you peeking. My eyes are up here, lady. I haven't this year. Luckily, it's been a good year for avoiding naked hikers.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I don't know what I'd do. I mean, what do? Do you just, how's it going?
You hide in the bushes and let them pass.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's. I just looked up odd hiking topics because I have nothing else to talk about. You know what this is? Grok on X.
Okay.
So
you're dangerous with that.
It tells us we can talk about paranormal sightings and vanishings.
It is. We could talk about the ghost town traverses and
Ghost
season.
town.
Well, the different ghost towns we connect, like Livermore and a couple of the other ghost towns.
That would actually be sort of a cool traverse to create.
Right.
A ghost town traverse.
Correct. And I think somebody had started that process out there. There are a bunch of different logging roads and abandoned logging camps. I was recently out off the Row Falls. We were looking at, there was a plane crash site out there.
Yeah.
From I can give you the details if we want to get into that. But anyhow.
Yeah, sure.
There's so many logging camps out there, and there's so many abandoned type logging camps. You could connect all that together through Livermore, I don't even know how many other abandoned towns or areas there are in New Hampshire, but I bet you could connect them.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't exist, somebody should definitely make it.
I have read
the New Hampshire one.
I have read the Ghost Town Traverse, but I still can't piece together what it connects. So I haven't been able to because it caught my attention. I wanted to try it, but
I'd assume it would be a combination of roads, forest roads, bushwhacking.
Yep,
there
definitely.
You go.
I don't know what the stopping points would be, I guess.
So what places are we talking about? There's definitely Livermore.
Yep.
And that's considered a ghost town, as in there's been paranormal activity. That's another question.
Oh, okay. So is it abandoned or is it haunted? Because you could do the Nancy Pond Trail if you want to do ghosts.
Why? They say there's ghosts at Nancy Pond?
That's the whole story of Nancy Pond Trail.
Well, tell me more.
Nancy was the one that she had a unrequited lover. I mean, I got to stop using big words because I don't even know what they mean. But I don't know if he was left-handed, so he wasn't unrequited. I don't know what that means. But anyhow, he basically jilted her. I think he took her money and took off, and she chased him. And she was going after him, and that's where it was winter, and she laid down by the river, succumbed to the cold weather, and died. And they say that she's still out there. And it is, at night, it can get creepy out by Nancy Pond. It is beautiful, but it can get creepy, and that's, the legend of that. There's, the huts are supposedly haunted, too.
Yeah. What else?
The jambalaya, what was his name?
No, I was going to say, I mean, the whole Jobel Dunk or whatever the hell it's called over in Moose Lock, but that's not a town. Yeah, I don't know enough about this to... obviously Passaconaway, that Dicey's Mill, that is a creepy place. Bizarre human encounters. The stranger who knows too much.
Having one right now.
Creepy solo wanderers who appear out of nowhere. Like the unkempt man on Skyline Drive in Shenandoah, or the camo-clad guy in Pike National Forest. These are just reports.
Sounds like a hunter.
Yeah, for sure. A woman in Germany spotting a pond teeming with tadpoles that stayed with her for life. And it's a little off.
Now they do list, there's an incomplete list of ghost towns, which does include Livermore.
It does.
It does. Zealand is supposedly also a ghost town.
Okay, where? That's quite a long stretch.
Because I would say just probably where the logging camps were originally set up. That'd be my guess. Kilkenny is also considered an abandoned town, according to this. A ghost town. It goes on. Carrigan. These all seem to be centered around where they had the lumber barons, and they had the really, really big logging camps.
Yeah.
That would be Carrigan, Livermore, and definitely Zealand. Because there are a ton of them. And there's some that are a higher elevation, too, I want to get out to, because when we were out that way, there's Steve Smith was kind enough to share with Liz, because she was telling about the trip and logging camps, and he had a secret book and was kind of like, have you seen this? And we were like,
yeah, of course.
So, that there's some of them are at altitude. She took a picture of the page with his permission. And again, and all courtesy to him, I won't disclose it. But there's one that's like the Holy Grail of logging camps, has a ton of artifacts. Because the one we came across had an old bottles. They had an old brick, which coincidentally had the same last name as me when I pulled it out of the water, which was creepy. but they have a lot of just different equipment pieces, bottles, tools, and they're all over the place. They're scattered.
Yeah.
And we were just out we went to Shoal Pond Peak, but on the other side of Shoal Pond Peak, I think it's the not Twin Way or Twin Peak, whatever it is. On the other side is where the old Thoreau Falls used to go through, was where the two doctors had crashed.
Yep.
In the
That's
50s.
a wild story.
It really is. It was,
yeah, you and I were talking about that when we did Hazelden.
It's a tough story.
I wasn't aware of that story.
Let's dive into some White Mountains history, shall we?
We did a couple of plane crashes. One by Sunapee. Have you done that one?
Mm-mm.
There's one at Sunapee that was in 1949. There was John Moses. He was an 18-year-old. His parents had given him an AT-6 training jet as a gift.
Here you go, son.
As most parents do.
Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. He was a well-trained pilot, I guess, but it kind of gave out on him. And he actually died from hitting the trees. His chute didn't open. But this piece of the jet still out there, which is kind of neat.
Wow, that's double bad luck.
Yeah, and it's right out by Sunapee. It's kind of not far, actually, from the pond. Pond of Silence, Pond of Tranquility. What's it called? Pond of Solitude? That's it. Because it was Pond of Chaos that day. It was like a Saturday, and it was Pond of everybody there. It was like Pond of Hell. I'm like, holy crap. And the other one, this one was, they crashed. They were in 1959, I guess. Yeah, in 59, there were two doctors. They were going out to Lancaster and Littleton. Mm-hmm. They were just doing calls. That's what they do. They flew out and they took care of people and all that. And their plane, the carburetor iced over and it went down. The old Thoreau Falls is where the trail used to go through. It doesn't go through that way anymore. So when you cross over Thoreau Falls now, where the bridge is washed out, you bear to the right. You used to go left to cross over again, and there's the road's still there, but it's pretty grown in. They survived for 4 days in February. It was February 21st, 1959. They actually survived for 4 days. They were doctors, and they took the seats apart and actually sticks and other things. They made their own snowshoes and tried to get out. Mm-hmm. And they realized quickly as they tried to get out, like this is going nowhere. They couldn't get water. They were using tools. The tools were breaking. It was frigid. And the notes that they were leaving, because he kind of kept a journal, and it was just, it's humbling and sad. And just
so did anybody have any idea where they crashed?
They had no idea.
Was there even a search and rescue
they absolutely,
happening? They
did. They went out as much as they could, I think. Once they realized they weren't back, they went over the flight pattern. I think people tried snowshoes, snow machines as best they could. 1959, you're not getting that far out, I guess.
Yeah.
With modern technology. Planes had flown over, couldn't see anything. It wasn't until May 5th that they actually found the plane. It was almost 3 months later. And they had survived 4 days. They were otherwise in good health. One of them had a broken jaw. That was it. But they couldn't get out, and the cold just wore them down. And if you read the articles, it's Dartmouth Outing Club, I think, has an article that summarizes it really well. And they share a lot of the quotes from the notes. It's pretty morbid.
Do you know if they were regional doctors or from another state?
I don't know. I think they were local doctors in the New Hampshire area. Where they were based, I don't know. I don't know if it was like a house call thing and one of them was a pilot and that was part of the house call thing they did.
I just find it amazing because I wonder how many miles it would be, as the crow flies to find a road.
Well, even now, if you think about where they are, there's a plaque out there.
Yeah. That
commemorates, I guess that's a horrible word, but it marks where the plane was. And there's old pictures of where the snowshoe was hung up. And it's pretty impressive what they did do to survive. But if you go off the backside, if you cross over Thoreau Falls and come down there, you're out there.
This is turning into our Halloween show.
It's getting creepy.
Good timing. It's the 19th.
Yeah. And we camped out there, and it wasn't the only thing that was weird was like at one point I popped out of the hammock and to do what I had to do, old man bladder. And I looked across to where the plaque was, and I was like, holy shit, it was lit up. I'm like, who's over there? Did they have a spotlight on the thing? And I kind of got freaked out until I was like, it only makes sense. It was a full moon.
Mm-hmm.
But the way it was rising, it was just hitting the trees in that area. But it looked like that area was lit up, like the plaque was lit up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm packing up.
Wow.
Have you had any paranormal experiences on the trail?
No, just the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
I usually, like I said, the most memorable one is Dicey's Mill for whatever reason. That's a really heebie-jeebie spot. Nothing, no visual stuff or anything unusual like
the Slender Man or the
tapping on the shoulder. No,
Stump
nothing like
McCann.
that.
Stump McCann.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything. How about you? No?
No, the only time that was, I think it's the Glastonbury Woods on the Long Trail. It's kind of known for disappearances.
Mm-hmm.
I think 5 people over the course of, I forget how many years, disappeared in that area. I think some of them were money laundering related potentially. But the rest were kind of unsolved mysteries where they literally vanished for no reason.
Yeah.
And nobody could find anything. And people do comment that a lot of times their phone batteries die quicker out in that area, and odd things like that will happen. Kind of light, they'll see lights, that kind of stuff. But I didn't realize anything till I got back, and meaning I was on the other side and I had Seligan. Somebody was like, "Oh, you survived Glastonbury. That's where Bigfoot lives and the aliens." I'm like, "What?" And then I read the story. I was like, "Oh shit!" I didn't read that before I went into it. It was a little unsettling.
Wow.
But no, I mean, I a lot of times I think you scare yourself more than anything. And sometimes I think I'm oblivious that the Slender Man probably walked right by me, and I was just like, that's
Slender Man.
Just the wind, whatever. It's,
Huh. Yeah, I told you recently when I was coming out doing that Pemi loop, and it was 2, 3 in the morning, I felt like I was getting stalked by a group of bears or wolves or something. Yeah. I don't know how real. Yeah. I mean, it happened. It had to be at least maybe half a mile. Oof. And I heard constant ruckus to my left and to my right. I felt like I was getting flanked by 4-legged creatures. I have no idea what they were.
Jurassic.
And that was during my pool noodle stunt hike, as they call them now, stunt hikes. So at least I had the pool noodle to ward them off.
Oh, that would have been an epic fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like Lord of the Rings with the pool noodle.
But yeah, no paranormal stuff.
Yeah, that is I've experienced that too. Like when you're coming down trails at night and you hear it, but I mean, a squirrel sounds like an elephant at a certain time of night too,
Absolutely.
I've been in the hammock some nights and something's approaching. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's a mouse.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's cracking sticks when it's coming at you.
Absolutely.
And then you just get in your head and you scare yourself. But then on the other side of the coin is that guy who was hiding out in Colorado they just arrested.
Where?
In Colorado. It's a state in the United States. It's kind of in I guess you'd say Midwest. I don't know.
What part?
The part of Colorado you got arrested in. You want details? Look, I'm trying to bring you content.
Not
making
details.
shit up as I go. No, I think he was a killer, and somebody recognized him briefly and they wound up arresting him. He'd been hiding out there for like 4 years or something.
He was like backwoods?
Yep.
Okay. So
Backish woods.
It
might have been on the last episode. Do you even listen to these episodes?
I don't listen to
I think
anything.
they might have just covered this one.
Really? Yeah, they might have. But it goes back. Did they touch upon the fear of bushwhackers stumbling upon like some felon's camp in the middle of nowhere?
No. Well, they don't. 2 things. They don't cover notable hikes if my name's involved, and they don't discuss bushwhacking. So
that's a good point.
So no, they didn't. But
yeah.
And
but that
is
remains
my
a fear. 100%.
Biggest fear ever is just like you go in, there's a blue tarp in the woods. And with a big pile of white powder. You're like, nope. I don't know what that is, but
yeah, coming down. Can you tell me a couple? Because I have a couple good ones. I think you're familiar with the one coming off Eagle Crag. Mike would know about it, and some of the people that have done the Watcher over to Eagle Cliff and then down. There's like a tarp and a lounge chair, a camp chair, just like sitting there.
Yep.
That's super weird.
I've found a couple of those similar situations where you just pop out and there was like a full green type tarp rolled up
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I poke it? Do I not poke it? Do I and it was winter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what do? There's no fresh tracks. There's this big, big green tarp just sitting in the woods, but it's tattered. So did the wind take it? And then from where? Where would it have taken it from?
It's so creepy, man.
And you always find the Mylar balloons. They get your attention, but that's not as creepy.
Right. It's definitely the camps.
The cabins, when you pop out of the cabin, I've come upon those houses where it's just fir boughs made into an A-frame with a chimney popped out of it.
Yeah.
And it's okay, who's this far out living like that with no trail access? This isn't okay, there's a fire road, there's this, there's that. This is in the middle of nowhere. And it's why? That gets my attention.
What got my attention was when I stumbled upon the 20-foot diameter teepee.
Oh, wow.
I was bushwhacking, and it had to be the size of a basketball court that somebody had just turned into a little homestead in the middle of nowhere. I was 100 yards out, and I saw literally a teepee, and I stopped dead in my tracks.
Where was this?
I'd rather not say.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, it's fair.
I'd rather not say. Yeah.
Then the curiosity, there's a couple cabins that I found like that too, and I try not to post pictures because it's we're talking cabins with sliding doors and 4 seasons, full kitchens, and I'm what?
Yeah.
They're off the grid for a reason.
Yeah. When I saw it initially, I stopped dead in my tracks, and I waited probably a couple hundred years to make sure nobody was there, and then I meandered the perimeter of it just to get closer to. There was clotheslines, fresh clothes, there were cutting tools, there was drying clothes.
So it was active.
Absolutely 100% active. Wow. But it was a full teepee, and it was one of those things. I remember it's a weird comparison, but there's some things you just never do. I wanted to look inside the teepee, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. And it reminds me going back to PT school, we had to do gross anatomy, and the whole 2 semesters, the guy's face, our donor's body was laying on the table for 2 semesters, but his face was covered by a towel just to keep his dignity and whatnot. And I'll never forget, there was one moment where the professor left the lab, and me and 3 of my buddies were like, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? You want to take a look? Do you want to take a look? None of us could do it. It was a similar circumstance.
I get that.
Terror. I don't want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it.
Back in the day, the old cemeteries, they would always have an ice box, they would call it, because they couldn't dig the holes.
Geez.
So, you come upon them and the doors are rusted out or whatever. So you're let's go in. Yeah. And you're get right up to it. You first. You first. Anything moves, we're going to shit and die on the spot. Because, the slightest movement and it's it's over.
Yeah.
But you poke your head in, you put the light in, and you just look around. Anything moves, you're who can run the fastest?
In my mind, I'm thinking if I look in there, I'm going to see Maura Murray tied up. You know what I mean? I don't want to discover this. I want to just go away.
That's you pin a GPS and then call someone with a gun and be hey,
that's what I did.
You go check this out. This is a thing. I think that's the
best course of action, actually, because the U.S. Forest Service has the law enforcement division who will take a coordinate and go in there and scope it out.
I did that during COVID because you find weird camps out in the woods. Yeah. And you can't tell, somebody making meth, or did somebody go to Walmart and realize it's cold, and they dump all their stuff. 9 times out of 10, it was the Walmarts, but you never know. You don't.
Right. Not worth finding out.
No.
This is definitely going to be the Halloween show, I think. My God, what a weird topics.
Well, yeah, it's just a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah. A lot of people. Oh, I should give you the rundown on Artist Bluff.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of scary.
I didn't really talk to the guys about
nightmares.
This. Yeah. So with the government shutdown, the stewards who generally help out the Canon staff with, guiding and scanning and just basically educating the people that come to see the leaves from all over the world, by the way, they couldn't show up. So they asked for some of the volunteers to show up and help out. And several of us did it for 2 weeks. So the week before and the week of Columbus Day weekend.
Okay.
And
foliage.
Yeah, and I committed to, Saturday, Sunday, both weekends. It was a lot.
Sadist.
It was, but it was very educational, just to see who's showing up and their frame of reference, like in terms of how they prepare for something like that. Generally not prepared, over prepared in a lot of cases. So a lot of people were showing up. And remember 2 weekends ago, it was like 80 degrees.
Yep.
The weekend before Columbus Day, people were showing up with full heavy sweaters and coats and down jackets.
Reading the observatory forecast and translating it to Artist Bluff, probably. Like, I heard the wind chills, 110 below with 90 miles.
It was absolutely wild. So, I showed up on each day at 10 o'clock and I left around like 5. But the cannon crew, they were there from 7 in the morning until past sunset because, I don't know, I finally experienced the 5 p.m. crowd that shows up. It was the martini crowd, and they were showing up unprepared and just like ready to go.
The whiskey hikers.
Holy moly, I was horrified, man. So, it's in my own opinion, based upon what I saw and what I was calculating. I ran it through AI, no hard data, but I came up with a number of 10,000 per day, and that was just in my window from 10 to 5 or 4.
Wow.
Just gaggles of 30, 40 every 2 to 5 minutes, just pouring in.
Did you find it made a big difference with the one-way traffic? You're still going to get what you get as far as the highs and lows, meaning overdressed, underdressed, prepared, overprepared. But you're not having that conflict on trail.
You know what the problem is that gully that goes up to Artist Bluff. So it's like a steep, maybe 1/10 of a mile, very steep and bouldery.
Okay.
And it tops out where the cliff is that you can see.
I haven't done it in years.
Okay.
But so I remember coming in from Cannon and just going like straight up.
Yeah. So when you come in off of 93, you see the cliff and you see the hundreds of people up there.
You yell, jump. And
then we had them going counterclockwise. So you would have to go up the bluff to the cliff, and that's where you get the view of Echo Lake. And then you would tell people, so a little steep before the bluff, a little steep after the bluff, and then they would come back down and they could do Bald Mountain if they wanted to. But that made sense because if you have that many people coming back down from the cliff in this little bottleneck gully, I think that made a huge difference just in terms of mitigation of slips and falls.
Any difference on trash?
Not at all.
I don't know why it would, if there's a correlation, like if people are waiting around getting frustrated, they just don't care, or like, did you find it was like, people felt it was like, they tend to treat things better when they feel like it runs better, if that makes sense?
Well, I can't say not at all. I want to scratch that comment. So what they tried to do was they had everybody go in at Bald Mountain. So they had essentially, they tried to essentially block off Artist Bluff from entry.
Okay.
So everybody had to go in at
down.
Bald.
Yep.
And there were trash barrels there. And as part of the speech, we would tell them, make sure you bring out all your trash. Despite that, I don't have a reference for prior years, but despite that, they were doing multiple rounds in the parking lot and on the trail loop, picking up bags upon bags of plastic bottles. That's and
sad to hear, but
the one joke of the day, I think it was the first Saturday, somebody left a dirty diaper up there.
Oh.
Like, are you kidding me?
Oh.
So the joke was LND, leave no diapers.
Yeah. God. Who gets to take that one out? Is that a rank thing?
Yeah.
Like, I rank you, you pick it up. I rank you, you pick it up.
So
what do you call kneeling on that one?
Once again, this is the Halloween episode talking about Artist Bluff.
That
pure
would be
terror.
Yeah, terror and a dirty diaper on. That's like, even worse.
Oh my God.
Like you're already in hell and then you have that.
Yeah.
It'd be worse if you stepped in it.
Oh my God.
There's another story for another time, perhaps. We get into that one.
So yeah, that's my Artist Bluff story. But I think the loop helped. Trash was trash. People were generally wonderful. It ranged from the person that would walk up and we would try to intervene and engage with everybody that was coming through this little barrier and saying, hey, you doing the bluff or whatever, just to connect them. Then you tell them what the scoop is. Obviously, you can't make people do the counterclockwise loop, but You say, hey, at the top of the stairs,
We're
take a right.
recommending it. Yeah.
Yep, everybody's going counterclockwise just for safety. There's too many people. But just the response by some people would be like utterly like shocked that you even came over and talked to them. Some people would just brush you off and go, yep, and keep on walking. Other people would be like, yeah, well, give it to me. And what you got, you know? Oh man, people are funny.
You should hand out stickers next year. You did it.
Well, actually, yeah, I was handing out hike safe stickers. So the little kids had the hike safe, and that was
a
actually
great idea. It is. I mean,
yeah.
A lot of times you'll see the kids try to correct the parents too. Like I've seen it at restaurants, like, you know, they were first and the parents just look through you like, at least your kid's got hope. You know, like, 'cause you, sir, are an asshole.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the kids loved it. You know, we would walk up to them and go, hey, were you a safe hiker?
That's such a positive experience for them too. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they were like, yeah. It was so cool.
Do you have any more stickers left hypothetically? Like, do you
need one?
I don't know. I was just wondering, like, because it's so busy, if you used them all, that's fine. But I mean, you know, if you had a couple extra, I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, man, I got plenty.
I got a pretty killer chart going at home.
It's actually in the box right behind you.
Right next to my pee-pee poo-poo chart, which is just a banger. I'm like killing that.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll set you up with one. Wow, man, it's an hour and 9 minutes.
Nice.
So let me hear your Mike McLaughlin impersonation. You've been working on it, haven't you?
Well, yeah. Not supposedly I have, but I don't think it's quite as good as it should be yet. It's getting there. It's better. It's better. I wouldn't say it's great. It's good. You know what I mean? It's good. Here's my dad joke. All right. I don't have a dad joke. It's gonna bomb right there on top of my head, but. That's it. I got some work. I got to listen to some more tape before I can become officially the Mike.
Yeah,
stand-in.
I like it. You got a Nick? Do you have a Nick impersonation?
I can try. Can you edit it if this goes terribly wrong?
100%.
I don't know if I can go deep enough. No, I sound like a cancer patient, like a smoke box here. Yeah. I did the Tase elevation challenge. Nope, I can't do Nick. Sorry, Nick.
It's more monotone. There's no inflection.
I can't quite get he's got the great deep bass, but like I can't get there without the scratchy.
It's laser sharp.
Yeah.
It's laser sharp and consistent.
I think he edits it to sound like that.
To sound like what?
Like Nick.
Like it's Thanos?
It's never yes. See what happens when you guys go away?
Yeah. I think they're doing good.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Yeah, they're doing great. Yeah. People are listening. People are chiming in and talking about it. And people come up all the time. Like even at Artist Bluff, they were coming over and saying stuff because that tent is the slasher tent. Yep. So I had to position it sort of backwards so it wasn't showing that. You know, I just had to be discreet about it. But yeah, it was funny.
Oh, they're doing a great job with it. And that's a tough transition too, you know. You leave a big hole when you know.
Please.
Oh, stop it! No, I'm getting that damn sticker. You listen to me.
Yeah,
it is. It is. First of all, you get used to working with somebody, and then you have the personalities, you have the chemistry, and then someone else comes in. It's a lot. You know, I think the notable height section sucks. I mean, I think it's the biggest waste of time now. But you know,
are they still doing it?
For everyone else, I guess. I don't know. I mean, you know, I've tagged them, but you know, I know where I stand. That's all right.
Yeah. I tried. Right. I tried when I was on board.
Yep. You're my hero.
I definitely tried.
No, it's all good. There's a lot of people that do a lot of hiking out there, so it's great. And it's, you know, I think people enjoy that. I love hearing that when you hear your name on the radio, like, I'm famous.
Oh, 100%. Well, I mean, under the circumstances, they're pretty busy guys, so absolutely. I get it.
Definitely. And there's a lot to go through. And they're trying to be fair about it too. But it's always the dogs. Why is it always the dogs?
A lot of dogs?
A lot of dogs. Always the dogs.
The dogs always get it.
Yeah. So I got a dog. I don't have a dog, but I'm going to tell him I have a dog.
That's a good idea.
I'm going to sneak back in the notables.
You could take one of my cats.
There you go.
That'll work.
A lot of dogs today off leash. Again, not an opinion, but it always jars me.
On Tecumseh.
Yeah, you see a dog come around the corner, you're like, whoa, you know, like, you good? And then someone's like, they're friendly. And I'm not, but.
Yeah, it's always a shocker.
It's Tecumseh on a Sunday coming over that way. So you get a lot of looks with a big pack. And I told you about the lady who was tanning herself on the summit so nobody could actually take a picture or whatever. And I was just like...
That's sort of rude.
It is what it is. I mean, I don't know if they care or they want... I don't know, but...
They just didn't make the connection. Like
she just was full on sprawled out at the summit.
As a backrest. Like the cairn was the backrest.
It was to her right. And I think her child even asked, where's the top? Are we going to the top? And like, we're at the top. Mommy's laying right next to her. I'm like, yeah, she is. She's taking up the whole summit.
Oh my God.
As a matter of fact.
That's funny.
Whatever. I mean, so it's like I said, you gotta know what you're getting into when you go out anyway. And it was a quick drive by.
Yeah.
But shame on me. I was like mumbling to myself, went the wrong way and missed my trail connection. And I had to backtrack.
So what did you do? Did you come back down towards the ski area?
I was making a loop. Yeah, so I bypassed it and I missed the trail sign because there was another couple waiting to get, their picture on the summit.
Yeah.
But the sunbathing lady was there, and if she listens, I'm sorry, but I'm not. We should share the summits.
So what do you think about West Tecumseh? So tell me a little bit about that trail heading down. What is it, the Tecumseh Trail?
Yeah, it's still the same name. It's basically, you could go point to point. So you'd park at Waterville and wind up in Tripoli Road if you did it through.
Yeah.
With that little loop around the summit, I guess, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So I had come in from Sauceman off the Traverse, went around, and then if I'd gone the right way the first time, you almost go behind the summit. There's a trail sign and you go down. And it starts out relatively
It looks
smooth.
like it flattens out, right?
Well, yeah, it does. It definitely does. Yes. It starts out relatively smooth as a drop. Then it's a pretty substantial drop. Then it's a pretty substantial climb. Because I think you're going back up west. So that's a pretty good grind.
Huh.
Good look back at Tecumseh, which is kind of neat. You don't usually get to see that mountain because you're on it.
Oh, you do get a view back?
You do. Not a full peekaboo, but it's a good look. Like, a few trees in the way. Especially this time of year. So from the trail, you can see the cone and realize how steep it is. Excuse me. So you drop down from there, and then in one section, it gets, kind of rocky and steep. And then eventually it does level out, and it kind of angles a lot like the other side. Not as much switchback or ski slope. It does level out, and then it hits beautiful woods, and it becomes just a highway. And you can just run right out.
Did you make note of that 90-degree turn that connects to the ridge that goes over to...
I tried to, because where the
Hazelton Brook. What was the name?
Hazelton,
what was the name of the mountain on the other side of Green that we were looking at? Was it Bald?
There's Green, there's Bald.
Yeah, Bald.
Fisher was the other one. But Fisher and...
So Bald was on the other side of Green.
Yeah, we stayed at the base of Bald, if I remember right. We stayed at the very base of it, and then we slabbed up Green.
Correct. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so
we had stayed in that Bald relief, dropping wherever where the slope comes down, and follow that. I couldn't tell where it would have come out. I think it would have literally been straight off the back of Tecumseh. Like where that trail goes now, you drop straight down.
Yeah, okay.
And it's steep. It's the only place to me that it looked like you could do it, because it gets really thick pine after that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine going through it kind of pine. Like there probably was never a trail there kind of pine.
Oh, bummer. Yeah, anyway, what we're talking about, there's coming in Hazelton Brook, which is this really untouched section of the Whites. And I got correspondence after we did Hazelton from several people, a couple founders of the team, like founding members, Steve Smith connections, stuff like that, saying that sadly, I've yet to even get into this area. So it's really it has this name to it. So Hazelton is really cool. So it's like this deep 4 mile long brook that goes to the southwest corner of Tecumseh, essentially.
Yeah, it almost aims towards, I guess you'd say, west Tecumseh, and then hooks back.
Yeah, back up
summit.
and in.
And it was 1930s. I have it right. 1930s, I think it was a maintained trail, and then it was abandoned in the 40s during World War II, it would have to be.
Yeah.
And it's been that way ever since. But it's it's literally a road.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's a little grown in, but I had tried it once and it was winterish. I bailed out maybe 2 miles in because the road got hard to see. But you and I went in, about a month ago now, probably?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Yep.
Found the road right off the bat, maybe after a 1/10 of a mile, and followed Hazelton Brook in with the goal of getting to this one slabby ridge that went straight up to green. So you got to think there's 2 arms. One of the arms comes southwest off of West Tecumseh, and then the eastern arm comes off of Sauceman and Tecumseh, which is the Grand Traverse back to Welch Dickey.
Yep.
But a third little spur is basically from Green down into Hogsback and Fisher.
Fisher's on, yep.
Yeah, so
Fisher's trailed, and then Hogback was on the other side.
Yeah, it's
You're
really
kind of between
neat.
the 2 of them.
Yeah, it's such a cool spot. And for bushwhacking, it seems like you really can't go wrong. You know what I mean? It's like if you got lost, you just hit the brook and you're going to walk out and hit a road.
Yes.
You're going to hit the Trill Bridge and forest roads in no time, and then you could go back up to Tecumseh. I mean, it's just a really neat area.
It'll push you to the correct place. Like if you're going up, go back down. If the water is going up, go down. It'll take you to something to get you out.
Yeah.
Sure.
That being said, it's rarely frequented. I've never seen really any posts about it.
I'd never heard about it till you had thrown it out there, and that's when I had done the research.
It's wild.
And there's not a lot out there. Steve Smith, of course, has some input on it. He's got some great information.
Yeah.
And we had the old map. I picked up that old map I had found online, and
which the only thing we gleaned from that is the road crisscrossed over the brook maybe twice.
Yep.
That was about as useful as that map got.
we went in on one side, but I always get screwed up because the way they used to draw brooks versus trails, dash lines versus solid lines, it always screws me up. So I was following, I think, the solid line or whatever it was the opposite. And I was like, crap, we're on the wrong side. But I'm like, it crosses over. And as soon as it crossed over, we were both like, yeah, like that. It was like almost a full lane highway with just new growth and just easy walking for a long time. Really beautiful forest. Followed the brook for a long time.
So if you look on a topographical map at this, you see Bald Mountain, which is coming down from a spur off West Tecumseh, and then right across the brook was adjacent to that the beginning of a slabby ridge ascent, which would take us right up to Green Mountain, Hotel Green Mountain.
Yeah, it's soon to be.
Yeah,
That's
so you won't be able to. Yeah, you won't miss the hotel. I guess
this is the delivery access.
Yeah, exactly. That's where they bring all the stars up.
That's right.
The celebs.
That's right.
Oh God. So we did that. We opted to go up the slabby approach to Green and bypass the seemingly thicker approach to that backside of Tecumseh, which probably would have been a nightmare. I think that was a good call. Especially with the views that we had.
Oh yeah, the payoff was great. Because we had scenario 1, 2, or 3, either go all the way straight up, hit the slabs of Green, or I forget what the third one was, to like bail and go to Hogsback or something. Or we were So we were going to go over Green, and then backtrack down to Fisher and then the Hogsback or something. We had this weird, and then if we got to the summit, we could go left or right. We were all these scenarios, and you had put in the waypoint, and we said, let's get to the waypoint and see what we decide.
Yeah.
And we crossed over and we stood at the waypoint and we saw the slab and we were both like, yeah,
hell yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that was super cool. I mean, as a matter of fact, there ended up being like a pretty prominent herd path the whole way up that slabby ridge with cairns.
Once you get up there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then we did lose it, but yeah, what you forget is a lot of the slabs we're used to, like even today, Welch Dickey and even on the Traverse, that lichen gets worn off. Yeah. And it's just, you sail right up, especially where it's been so dry. It's obvious where things go and the grip's good. But when we went, that was pretty slick. Those first 10 or 15 steps were like, buckle up. And
yeah, it was pretty sketchy, hand over foot.
Once we got the footing and we saw the payoff, we're like, all right, we can kind of slab it sideways safely and then get to where it's dried out completely and sit and have a snack and just take it in, which we did. It was one of the views you don't typically get.
Yeah.
Because you're in between that little pocket.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And,
it was sort of reminiscent of the notch where the captain is. You know, you've got the crag and you've got the Hancocks on the other side.
There's not much that gives you that peekaboo.
Yeah, and it's really tight. I mean, it's for the length of that brook, it's pretty narrow.
And it gets thick. As it goes up more, the pines definitely thicken up.
Yeah.
And that's what we noticed once we did go up the slab, picked up a path, saw cairns, kept following, I'm like, this is great, and then didn't. And then it closed in quick. It got very mossy, much tighter pine. Nothing unbearable, but more work.
100%. And then it just dumped out to Green Mountain.
Which was awesome because we hit the traverse.
Yeah, the Grand Traverse. And at that point, my hip was starting to scream at me. So we went back to Tecumseh and took the novel route down the ski access road, which is actually sort of fun. It's sort of tedious, but it's neat because you get that unobstructed view the whole way down.
Views were amazing with the foliage. They really were. They were so good. I was like taking pictures like I'm on a maintenance road.
It was amazing.
Like, this is sick.
Yeah.
The only complaint I have about the ski area, my body in particular, my knees die on ski slopes, but also they get gravelly and you do that quick slip thing where you feel your feet are going over your head, and it's your whole body jars and jolts.
Yeah. So that was a good trip. That was a chip off my shoulder because the first time I bailed.
Are we gonna talk about the car drop?
Well,
off?
yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say we're at we should just finish with that story because this is the funniest damn thing I've ever experienced. That's the highlight of that. Yeah, we'll tell this story and
I'll give the backstory, and then you could give your side. I'll give my side, and then we'll give the whole reveal. But we basically agreed that we would park a car at the Waterville parking lot as a bailout if we chose that option, and then we would go back and drive over to Hazelton?
Millbrook.
Millbrook
Road
is what connects to the toll/troll bridge. So we opted to put my truck at Waterville, and you were going to drive. So I parked my truck, grabbed my bag, and I jumped in your truck, and we started driving over to Millbrook.
Which was like a half-hour trip, right? Pretty much. It's like a 25.
It was like 4 hours that day, but yes, it's like a 20 or 30. It's a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Man, that day, it was just forever.
So, yeah, you and I have been on a lot of adventures together.
Yep.
But for some reason, both of us we had a barrier between us, and neither of us could break the ice and talk to each other about it. And there was a lot of tension between us that day.
Yep. Basically, I climbed in the truck. And do you want me to give my side of my thought bubbles?
Yeah.
So he's two grown adult men in a truck going on an adventure. We talk about pretty much everything. We got in, and I sat down, and we're driving, and all of a sudden, he turns and says something, and I respond. And we kind of laugh, and I was like, "What is that smell?" And it's this horrendous stench of just shit. There's no other word for it because it's not caca, it's not poop, it's not bad breath, but it's full shit. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. Whatever.
That's
could be anything. And then
Stomp usually brushes his teeth,
yeah,
right?
And I'm like, so we're driving, and he's just, and then he talks again, and I'm like, oh my God, like, does he even realize how, like, what the hell? I never realized his breath. Like, coffee breath is one thing, but I'm like, this man found a diaper on Artist Bluff and decided to eat it, and now is having a conversation with me. But I'm like, it's in my head. I'm just smelling something. Maybe it's his car. But then he puts his seat back and rolls the window down, and I'm like, oh, he knows he smells. Like, he knows his breath is horrible. I'm like, who does that? I'm like, and I'm just smiling. My eyes are watering. I'm like, yeah, man, please stop talking. Please, just let's point. Do you know sign language? Let's do sign language. That'd be cool, right? Something different. So we go out in like 20 minutes, and I won't even give the reveal because I'll let you talk about your side of it.
Yeah.
So, I'm just thinking the whole time, like, every time he talks, I'm like, I can't communicate because every time he does, like, he's like farting out his mouth. Like, he's just taking it it's like a verbal dump on me. I'm like, so we get to the trailhead, and then let him share his side when I jumped in the truck.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so we're at Waterville. You hop in the truck, and everything's going sort of smooth for the first like 20 seconds. The windows of the Tacoma are up all the way, and I have the heat on, right? So the heat ties in perfectly too, because the heat all of a sudden sends this like, I don't know. Shit is the only thing
it really
I could
is.
describe.
I mean, sorry for the rating, but yeah, it is. There's no.
Yeah. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, did Dave like you had come into the condo and used the bathroom?" And I'm thinking to myself, "Did he like shit himself?
Did he make it?
Did he? Yeah. What the hell's going on? Like, oh man, it was so bad." And then I was thinking like, maybe he didn't brush his teeth. So you mentioned it, but I started like, I put my seat back. I'm leaning back a little bit. I'm changing my posture. It's trying to find a position that's like, I felt like I was in Normandy, like with the gas masks on, trying to survive. And I start fidgeting with my windows. So I'm opening the left one, I'm closing it, I'm opening the back one.
It's like working the board. Like, what is he doing with them?
Yeah, I couldn't find.
Up, down.
I was trying to find a combination of window openage
and the airflow
would work. Like, let's redirect it out the back window, whatever. So yeah, it was 25 minutes of pure hell thinking that Dave shit himself. And it was hilarious because both of us were thinking the same thing of each other. Like, why does this guy stink so bad?
This was maybe some wet gear in the back, trying to like, it's gotta be reason.
Like, I can't believe I'm going to have to bushwhack with this dude all friggin' day. Like, I can barely make this ride. So anyway, we make it to the end of Millbrook, and you want to get the reveal out?
Yeah, I jump out of the truck and I'm like, all right, if we're going to do this, I had my, trail runners on, basically. I'm like, all right, I'm going to bring my trail runners with me, and I'm going to wear those out, and I will go that route, and then I can put my hiking boots on when we get to the bushwhack, and that's when I grab my trail runner, and there is just the biggest pile of crap on the bottom of the shoe, and I'm like, oh shit, like, so glad I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I stepped in some crap, and we were just kind of like, haha, yeah, all right.
No, but that was the moment it occurred to me.
And then I don't even think we said anything at that point. We were just like, oh wow, okay, cool, like, whoo. And it was later, I think it hit me, I'm like, you know what, I thought it was you that smelled. He's like, I thought it was you. I'm like, you thought I smelled like shit. I'm like, you thought I smelled like shit.
It was a great glimpse into the psyche of people and like not wanting to offend somebody.
It's exactly what it was. Especially like,
he's my bud. I don't want to set this up for a bad day of failure by saying you smell like shit. Like, we should reconsider this trip.
It's a one-time thing. Like, if he's a regular smelly guy, like if he's like always shit, we're going to have to like, hey, you want to go out? Like, maybe in the winter? You wear a mask, right? When you like hike in the winter? Like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll meet you at the trailhead. No car spots. No car spots at all. Like, dude, only loops.
We were laughing about that for so long.
It was that insulting at first. Like, dude, you thought I smelled like shit. Like, well, I thought you smelled like shit. So I guess but we didn't know. How do you say it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I guess that's so maybe the difference between men and women too. I don't know. Would like a woman be like, you okay? You smell a little bit funny. Whereas we're like, I'm not saying that. Dude smells like ass. I'm like, well, I'm not getting involved. That's his hygiene. Just stay over there. Like, I'm going to take this line. You take that line.
Oh, man.
We were dying for a good long time on that one.
It was so good. That was the funniest thing ever. The friggin' shoe.
That was the longest ride ever.
Yeah.
So when he picked me up today, that's the first thing I said. I'm like, I'm good. Check my shoes.
Smelling a lot better.
Yeah.
And by the way, I took out my what are they, WeatherTechs?
Yep.
And I had to scrub that shit off of them. They were like baked on.
Well, I sent you that picture, right? When I said thinking of you, I went home and I sprayed it with a hose.
Yeah.
It took me a good like 5 or 10 minutes just to get it out of the treads of the shoes.
Unusual stuff.
Like, I had to finally just put the shoe against the porch and just go to like super spray, and
that
was nasty.
Nasty stuff.
I hope it was a dog.
I don't know what that was, but that was like glue.
If not,
so weird.
It was the stink was just nasty, so bad.
Yeah,
but funny at the end.
Yeah, and that's a good way to end the supposed Halloween
there you go.
broadcast.
So remember, don't be afraid to tell your friends they smell.
Exactly.
It might be something different.
Exactly. Over and out.
Adios.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the show, you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. If you want to learn more about the topics covered in today's show, please check out the show notes and safety information at slasherpodcast.com. That's SLASR podcast.com. You can also follow the show on Facebook and Instagram. We hope you'll join us next week for another great show. Until then, on behalf of Mike and Stomp, get out there and crush some mega peaks.
Now covered in scratches, blisters, and bug bites, Chris Staff wanted to complete his most challenging day hike ever.
Fish and Game officers say the hiker from Florida activated an emergency beacon yesterday morning. He was hiking along the Appalachian Trail when the weather started to get worse. Officials say the snow was piled up to 3 feet in some spots, and there was a wind chill of -1 degree.
And there's 3 words to describe this race. Do we all know what they are? Only one hell!
Here's Lieutenant James Nealon, New Hampshire Fish and Game. Lieutenant, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
What are some of the most common mistakes you see people make when they're heading out on the trails to hike here in New Hampshire?
It seems to me the most common is being unprepared, and I think if they just simply visited hikesafe.com and got a list of the 10 essential items and had those in their packs, they probably would have no need to ever call us at all.